Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Greetings.
What's up, Matt?
Good morning, refreshed and recharged to this cast.
Okay, so I lucked out, so I didn't have to go, well, work got canceled, so I am home now doing cast, back home, and I didn't get to cover this before, but Zoe Kravitz
Yeah, I saw that
is
today.
the new Catwoman
Yep,
for the Batman movie,
I saw
which
that.
is really interesting casting.
Yes, I was reading about it earlier that she was
Ooh,
supposed
yeah.
to be in The Dark Knight Rises, but they turned her down.
Wow. Okay, so now
But
she's going to
apparently-
join Patterson, yeah.
Apparently, it was too urban for her at the time, so they said no.
Oh, okay.
So,
Joker is still doing excellent, by the way.
Yes. I saw
Um,
that too.
and that there's a lot of talk about a meeting between Ryan Reynolds and Marvel Studios.
Yep, have a Deadpool 3, and still going to be R, though.
Hopefully.
With
We're also hearing rumors about a Captain Marvel Spider-Man team-up to battle the Sinister Six, which sucks ass because he's supposed to fight the Sinister Six by himself.
yes, I know. And I'm sorry, it should be. Give him one movie by himself. I'm sorry, but
I know. Why is he going to have everybody in it?
then
Also-
it's not a Spider-Man movie.
It's not.
It's
It's
a part
not.
two to Captain
It's an
Marvel.
MCU movie with Spider-Man in it.
in this version of Marvel, he's been Tony's protege, so hopefully when it goes to Sony, he'll stand out on his own.
Wow. I'm just going to say that, we wanted him back in the MCU, but now they're like trying to soak us with Captain
Mhm.
Marvel with Spider-Man. This one with Spider-Man. It's like, I
Because
know
Iron
that.
Man's no longer here, so they're trying to turn.
comparing. If Chris Evans was doing it and he was still Captain America, fair enough, because they've got more chemistry. I just don't
Yeah.
like it for the sake of it.
So now also they're talking about Venom definitely going to be happening. Spider-Man's going to be appearing in Venom.
Yeah, that I saw too.
Which we knew that's going to happen. In
Yeah,
three,
that was
probably.
inevitable.
Was it Andy Serkis directing Venom?
Venom 2, possibly, yeah. Looks
Yes.
like it.
Apparently they've had lots of talks about him, but imagine if he's doing it, one of the biggest motion capture people in all of cinema history.
I know.
Yes.
He's
Like,
amazing.
that'd be-
He's amazing, though. He really is.
Yes. Also, I think Crisis is just. I mean, we didn't cover it because it came out afterwards, but that guy from the Batman 1989 movie, Robert Wool,
Well,
supposed to be
yeah, he
reprising-
was a comedian. He's going to reprise his role, but they, of course, they're not going to have Michael Keaton, but they're going to have a photo of Michael Keaton saying
Yes.
he got married.
Yeah,
to
I
Selena
think
Kyle.
he's going to be part of it to bridge what happened in there. So,
Yes.
and same with
Which is
Titans.
good.
Same as Titans. I'm quite interested to know where they shot this because apparently it must have been all done on the season 2.
Well, here's the thing. I hope that if they have Titans in it, I'm crossing my fingers we get Doom Patrol in it.
Yes.
I love Doom Patrol.
Doom
I
Patrol's
really do.
awesome.
They are awesome. I mean,
Now, what do you think about this talk? Because there's been a Twitter user. Apparently, he's very good with his source, Candagraphs, who saw Tomlinson set as Lucifer.
I
Yeah, I
heard
heard
that too, but I don't know, though. Because is Lucifer a DC property?
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
he is.
So then
Lucifer is.
he might be, yeah.
Well, this is funny because this will be the second iteration to me from Matt Ryan's Constantine because he had his own in his series.
Mhm.
Right. That's a good idea too. That'd be awesome.
So it
This
seems
is
like
so
they're-
big, though. How are they gonna fit all this and just like?
I know.
It's
I
six-
described it
it's,
last night. It's
all
just
those in
like,
6
How many
episodes.
more is it filling in?
6 episodes, right? That's
Yeah,
still a
with
lot of
the-
people.
No,
Though.
hold on. It's Batwoman, Supergirl, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, and the 5 episodes.
Flash
Five,
and,
not
and
6.
Legends
I know.
of Tomorrow.
I'm thinking-
Legends of Tomorrow's not gonna have it.
Yeah.
Or
Because
Black
they've only got-
Lightning is not gonna have it.
No, Black Lightning's just a guest. He's appearing in the Legends part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pariah, that's the guy we kept forgetting.
Yeah,
Tom
thanks. That's what I was
Cavanagh.
trying to think of.
They've just put the studio photo today of him in costume, which was quite nice.
Mhm. He's the one that led pretty much the Anti-Monitor to our area because he was investigating the entire multiverse, and due to his investigations and the way he was doing it,
No, I've got to say,
Antimatter found out about everybody.
now I've got to say, this is definitely one of the biggest properties DC has ever done. So I think it's a marketing promotion for people who've never seen the 66 Batman, Smallville. It's just to try and get you to go revisit the shows after they're done.
Bingo.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way for people that have said, I've never seen the 60s Batman, I've never seen this, and then they'll be like, yeah, it's that time. But the only thing I'm still quite concerned is, how does Birds of Prey fit into this with the Hunt?
I don't know.
That's
honestly.
what I want to know. If this is sort of a soft lead into them.
Yeah.
I know, it's just like, but I thought they couldn't do anything that's going to be conflicting with the movies. Granted, she's the only actress returning.
I mean, usually that was the case, but I think they're making exceptions with this Crisis thing. Because this is supposed to be their main thing. This is supposed to be like their Infinity
thing, yeah.
Yeah, their end game. This is like their big thing there. So they gotta go all out.
Because the one thing that seems to have quietened down is just been talk like Henry Cavill and all them not appearing. I think the best you'll only get from that is like Michael Keaton, like a news clipping or a TV appearance. That's about it.
Yeah, and they said they blurred out the date, so you really can't see.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I think we said that, but they blurred out the date, so you really can't tell.
Exactly. Otherwise, it's going to be too confusing. Like, how can the movie lot exist when people were angry that the TV lot couldn't be in the films?
I mean, I'm glad that we get a little nod of what happens in that universe.
Mm-hmm.
I really
think it's
like
closure
that
for Burton because we never got his third movie, so it's nice closure for his character.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So I mean, the thing that I'm quite interested in the most is people kept making me laugh. They think that Burt Ward is going to be voicing some dog in the thing. It's like, no, he's probably just going to be his Robin, but he'll just be Dick Grayson. That's it. He can't
There was a set photo shot of him, and the sweater that he's wearing is of his Robin colors, though.
Exactly. He's probably going to be Dick Grayson, but an older version. But they said he's from an Earth where his Batman is no longer with us.
Yes.
He's from
I heard that too.
Yeah, so they're going to tie in that Adam West is no longer here, but it's from that universe.
Yeah, 60 or 66, like they did with the one dude's Flash being from Earth 90.
Yeah. And as we already know, John Wesley Shipp is already confirmed for it, and he is in he's in today's episode of The Flash because it's Tuesday now. So
lucky.
So it's going to be quite.
I always watched that back in the day with John.
Yeah. Oh God, yes, me too.
But it's someone who he's reprising because they've not said if he's coming back as his Flash or
he's coming back as his Flash from the TV show.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. So for the Crisis, that'd be quite nice because
he was with Elseworld thing. So
but he got poofed away, so it'd be quite nice to see him.
He's all right.
Back.
The funny thing is everybody's thinking, "Oh, geez, it's going to be hours," but the monitor says just a Flash must die, not. So
exactly, it could be any other.
No, they were saved once Arrow made that alteration of sacrifice. He said, "I'll give my life for Supergirl and for the Flash." That's not going to happen yet.
No, but do you know what? It's weird. It kind of contradicts itself in the first episode of Flash this season about that, and he said, "No, your inevitable death is coming." It's like, what? But didn't Oliver make the deal to say?
Well, no, they don't know he made the deal yet. That's why. It's gonna be. That's gonna be the thing. That's gonna be the thing. He's gonna. Well, they're gonna think he's gonna die, but I think they're gonna throw him in another universe.
Oh, it could be John Wesley Shipp's version as a way to say goodbye to this one.
That's true.
Maybe.
I mean, we don't know who's getting out of Crisis alive at this point until.
I'm pretty sure that anybody I think anybody in the show now that's in the CW is not going to die, but the people that are going to die are the ones that they use.
Cheating because Flash is already renewed for next season, so it's not.
No, but they can kill Superman from Smallville. They could kill because that stuff doesn't continue anymore. So they could do anything, really. They could kill Burt Ward.
That's a good thought, because lots of people thought Tyler, the one from the CW one, was going to be killed. Now you've got all these Superman.
Right, they could kill all those people from those universes that are not important anymore. Like, they're not,
Oh, that makes sense. To give them a
they could and that could be the sense of urgency that they wipe out, like, every Superman except
But
for
this
like
is also them
Supergirl, Superman.
canonizing. This is also them canonizing to these individuals to the CW network, CW
Yeah, because
era.
I will say one thing about Batwoman is they have canonized Robin in like this universe.
Right.
So
Okay.
Robin does exist, but they haven't said where he is. At this
Right.
point.
Exactly. Which again, maybe Bruce Wayne, Batman, is the prisoner of like Monitor or something. Like, and that's why he disappeared. He was taken out of time or
You
something.
know, that's a good point because they've said at some point Bruce will come to Batwoman.
Yeah, he probably was taken out of time or something.
Yeah, because Oliver Queen can remember him, but he can't remember him being Batman. Again, it's all this flash.
Well, no, he doesn't know. He doesn't know that Bruce Wayne is Batman. He knows that Batman exists.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
No, because he made jokes in Arrow about, oh, that's like saying Bruce Wayne is Batman. He said that to the press. So he doesn't know that Bruce Wayne.
Press, but when it came to Elseworlds, he was stubborn that there was no such thing as Batman. Yeah, he was
he always thought he was a myth.
Yeah, I think when Barry changed the timeline, Batman must have become a myth in that one.
Maybe. I gotta go back and watch that now.
But the thing is, it is coming to an end, some of these, so it's good to be like, how can you define it when you've got Birds of Prey, you've got all of this now being slotted into the Arrowverse.
I know.
But I love the fact that they've carried on with the Flash when they had that woman who was on the Trickster Psychic. That was quite fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I want to change the subject for a second because I want to see if we can predict now how much the Joker is going to make, because we are nearing 600 million, and it is, people think it's going to reach $1 billion. I don't know if it's going to be $1 billion. I could see it reaching 700 easy, but I don't know what the competition's going to be to knock it out.
I'm not seeing anything that's really a competition
Let's take a look
for it yet.
Let's take a look. We got to see. We got to see.
The only next big competition is by default always is Star Wars. Will be the only one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we already got competition on the 18th. Well, actually, the 5th we got Jay and Silent Bob as competition. That definitely is.
Yeah.
And we also got Maleficent, and we got Zombieland 2. So those are 3 big movies that is competition.
But I don't see them.
And Addams Family seems to be rivaling it at the minute. Like it's trying.
Oh, you mean not? Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
And then Terminator's coming out. And then,
Terminator's going to be a Rambo.
Yeah, but still, Terminator's going to do damage because you have to understand something, though. Joker's out 2 weeks. By the time Jay and Silent Bob comes out, and then the other movies come out, it'll be 3 weeks, then 4 weeks. It starts dying down. It's not going to. Even like Avengers died down after a while. So, how much could it squeak out, box office wise, before it starts getting into out of the top 10?
What's the third week movie again?
Okay, let's go back. Let's start. So on today, Jay and Silent Bob comes out, right? Then on Friday, no, I don't agree with that.
It'll be number 2. Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh, I don't think so. Oh, I don't think so. People have been dying for this. I think it's going to be number 1. I think it's going to knock things out of the park.
It's going to be number 1. It's going to be number 1 for a week. Then it's going to go back to Joker.
I don't know. I'm going to tell you something right now. People like nostalgia, and we haven't had a Jay and Silent Bob in a long time. I think that's going to surprise people. No, I think so, Scott. I think that this is going to surprise people. Because you got to think about this, right? Of the 3 movies, right? Maleficent's like, Like, what are you doing again? You're like that. I'm shocked that even has a sequel.
Years later, anyway.
Yeah, I'm surprised that even gets a sequel. I don't think Maleficent's going to do any damage. Zombieland 2 definitely is going to do well.
Yeah.
Right? So I think it's going to be between Jay and Silent Bob and Zombieland, and Joker's going to be number 3rd. So say Joker stays at 3, right? Then a week later, I don't really see any competition. I think it's Black and Blue Countdown and The Current War, whatever that is. And then you got Harriet, Motherless Brooklyn, Terminator. Terminator is going to do a little damage. So Joker will be by 5th place by then. What is that squeaking, Matt? Is that your microphone?
Oh, no, sorry. That was my headphones. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So then on the 8th, it's going to be Dr. Sleep, Last Christmas. So that's gonna knock it to 6th place. right, or more. And then we're gonna have Charlie's Angels. That will knock it to 7th, 8th. Frozen 2 will be out of the box office. It will be out of the box
Frozen 2 I see
office.
doing more damage than.
It will be out of the box office by the 22nd of November. It will be gone.
The Irishman.
Yeah, I mean that too is going to cause damage. So okay, so it's going to have at least a month left, I predict, in the top 10.
Yes,
Because then you got Star Wars. Star Wars is around the corner too.
Yeah, and as I say, no matter what people feel about it, there's still people that will come around this cinema for Christmas for it.
Yeah, so Joker's got about a month shelf life there in the theaters.
And then that's before the DVD sales. But to add on to it, but hey ho, we're counting the box office.
So we're gonna see what happens, you know. And again, you got other movies too, like Knives Out.
Yeah, Knives Out.
That's gonna do well, I think. Then we got Jumanji. We got Jumanji, the next level.
Yeah.
We got Cats. I don't know if you're looking forward to that.
That I'll be surprised if that gets even to the
I
top
know.
3.
Star Wars. Star Wars is going to stay number 1 for a while.
Yeah, it always does.
Yeah, The Grudge ain't going to do anything.
January. It'll stay through January.
Well, we're going through January now. It's The Grudge reboot ain't going to do any damage.
No.
The Blumhouse special project ain't going to do any damage.
They always say anything after winter doesn't do as well in the box office.
Doesn't.
You know what's funny? Didn't we talk about why they have to have Disney movies versus Disney movies? Actually, no, it's not a Disney movie. Dr. Dolittle is a Universal movie.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So in other words, Robert Downey Jr. is going to take on Star Wars.
Yep.
Like January. So that oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's like battling his former bosses at the minute.
Correct. That's going to be interesting. Mm-hmm. And Birds of Prey will have February locked.
I'm hoping that's good.
The week after, it's Fantasy Island horror movie.
Yeah, I think Birds of Prey will only do well because of the cast like Margot Robbie and Ewan McGregor.
Same here.
Sonic the Hedgehog, that's coming out.
If anything, it'll hit number 2.
I hope that gets fixed because loads of people complained how it originally looked.
Oh God,
I mean, that's what
Sonic looks stupid.
And Bloodshot, I don't think that's going to do any damage.
No, Bloodshot, it'll be lucky if it hits.
It's Vin Diesel's Valiant Comics superhero, and then Invisible Man, I don't think it's going to do any damage either.
Oh, just to go back quickly, because you talk about Marvel, is Liv Tyler's just been announced for She-Hulk.
Oh yeah?
Ooh.
She's reprising her role from the Incredible Hulk for it.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So Betty but Betty's not going to be She-Hulk though. She's going to be Betty.
No.
Right. Yeah. She's Betty.
Yeah, she's reprising her role from the film for the
She also turned into the red She-Hulk too. So they could do that.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that right now anyway. Godzilla vs. Kong, March.
That I can see number 1.
Quiet Place sequel. Oh,
that first one I loved. That first one.
And then Mulan, which I think is going to delay that.
Yeah, I think lots of people are unhappy because it's not the musical. I mean, Disney are being weird with their remakes. Sometimes they keep it accurate, and sometimes they take songs out of it. When they take the songs out, people get angry at them.
They're gonna put the New Mutants out supposedly April 3rd. Wow.
I'm sorry. By this time, it needs to go to one of the streaming services or just into DVD.
Now, how long has this New Mutants been delayed? I mean, I've heard about it for so long now.
Long time. Yeah, it's going to be horrendous. All right, so May has Black Widow and Legally Blonde 3 and Scooby-Doo and Saw and Fast and the Furious 9 and SpongeBob. And our Timmy's Feet File, whatever. Wow.
Isn't it Kevin Hart doing the Saw remake?
No, it's Chris Rock.
Oh, that was it. That still is very weird to me that out of all the films he's rebooting is Saw.
It's all because Jordan Peele was a comedy actor and writer and decided to do horror, and now they all were trying to go in his footsteps. Queen Latifah thought that she'd be the next big thing with horror by bringing Scream to TV and being the executive producer, and that bombed. And he's actually trying to bring the Saw franchise because he wants to make a name for himself. I don't know how that's going to do, but he's got Samuel L. Jackson in it supposedly. So
and that's what everybody's going to be coming to see is Samuel.
Correct.
If it doesn't work, then
it just sucks.
It's going to either kill the franchise. It's going to kill his chances.
And then we are all waiting to see what this Wonder Woman movie is.
Ooh.
If it's an alternate reality based on a new universe for DC, or if it's connected to the first one, because it seems to me like it's leaning towards another universe, some type of thing. Yeah.
It could be that they've rewrote it to bridge both universes. Like,
no, they're trying to bury this universe because, again, they don't want Batman's going to be its separate universe because it has a new Batman.
We tried to talk a bit about it the other night, but the guy that plays Killer Croc says he's out of Suicide Squad for the next one. And he said he's not doing anything with the DCU next.
Right. But see, the only thing that's going to remain from the DCEU is Suicide Squad and The Flash and Aquaman, I guess, sequel. But Wonder Woman, I think they're going to start phasing stuff out of this universe, honestly.
I think they'll keep some actors who've done well for them in the box office. They'll keep those, but the actors who
they're going to have multiple different universes showcased. That's the whole point. Oh, wow, this is interesting. I didn't know this. And this is Suicide for this movie. The next Purge movie is going up against Ghostbusters. How stupid is that?
Oh, good Lord.
Why would you do that?
I know what's going to top the box office is the next Ghostbusters because it's a true sequel.
Yeah, but why would anybody put the Purge next to Ghostbusters? The Purge is going to bomb.
Yeah. It's going to be number 2 or 3.
That's dumb. That's totally dumb. Jungle Cruise is coming out that month.
I saw that. It looks cute.
Morbius is coming out.
Yes, I want to see Morbius.
Isn't that the Marvel film?
Yeah.
It's a Sony film.
Oh, Sony. Because was it Matt Smith?
It's a Marvel Sony, right. And then Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure 3 Face the Music.
Yes.
Can't wait for that.
Wasn't Matt Smith eyed for Morbius?
No, he's the villain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Jared Leto is Morbius.
Yeah. Because they screwed him in Suicide Squad. Do
you see that? He's really upset that he wasn't included with Joker and he went to Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. It's a different universe, though.
Yeah.
I know.
It's set in the 80s. It's set in the 80s.
Yeah, he's come out and said he's so upset by it because no one at DC told him about it.
But he can't. No, they did. He knew about it. He knew about it because we covered the news then. And he heard about it, and he wanted to make it that he was doing Suicide Squad 2 and all this other stuff. But then DC screwed him over because he went to go on a trip, and they wouldn't let him ski, and he got pissed off. And then he signed with Sony Marvel, the Morbius, because he was pissed off. And then they said, well, screw you. You're not in Suicide Squad, whatever, too. Right. It was a whole thing, but he knew this was happening. He knew this was happening. He's full of shit. Because we talked about, right, Scott? We covered this whole thing. So he knew it was happening. And it was out there. Everybody saw it.
Just making sure.
No.
Yeah.
He knew about it. So.
Again, it's just what one person says in the paper. I think they keep forgetting their own stories after.
They are forgetting because they interviewed him then. Right, Scott? Over a year ago.
They interviewed him.
Back then, yes. So, all right. So, and people have short-term memory. They don't remember. So, all right. So, the Conjuring universe, that movie's coming out September 2020. So, and then we got an untitled Sony Marvel sequel. Ooh, what is that? Is that Venom? Is that Venom 2?
That's probably Venom 2. But
that's Venom 2. And Venom 2 is a week or two later. Is going to be Halloween Kills, The Witches, G.I. Joe, which is actually Snake Eyes.
Wasn't G.I. Joe last in the cinema with Christopher Eccleston? Because I haven't seen one for years.
That was the first G.I. Joe. There was a second G.I. Joe, and this is a Snake Eyes spinoff.
Yeah, to me, I think it's kind of stupid they're making Snake Eyes Asian because he was not Asian.
Oh, wow. Eternals, they're not. Whoa, this is weird. In November 2020 is the Eternals, but the way they have it listed, they're not making a big deal out of it. Why is that?
Ooh, because they know it's sex balls!
The thing is, that's another one that's been talked about a lot, and they keep pushing it back.
Yeah, that's going to be correct.
That's going to be their New Mutants. It's going to suck balls.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And then, but you've got to realize, I think their baby is all of like the people that are bringing them the most money, and the most money people are getting priority.
So you know what it is? We're gonna have the failure movie
Yeah.
soon, because what's happening is that they're getting the MCU, that Disney, they're getting a little cocky, and they're starting to take risks that they wouldn't take before.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like that joke from Saturday Night Live that they can make any movie and it'll be a hit. They think that Eternals, which is a comic they never backed in the comic books, never did well at all. They think the worst shit they could come up with, the Eternals, they can make it the biggest success. But people don't even know who they are. Okay? And whenever they have storylines, what do? They kill the Eternals off to show how the threat is a big threat, because they're supposed to be immortal. So the Eternals are expendable in the Marvel Universe. They don't give a shit about them, and they just they're like
hinting that one of the Guardians is supposed to be biting the dust.
Yeah, it's probably going to be Drax.
Yeah,
is probably going to die, because you know what?
Yes.
You want to know why? In the comics, he died 3 times, and because he's an alien and because whatever, he keeps coming back. Like Adam Warlock comes back. But when he comes back, he is different. Like his first incarnation, he was warmongering, almost like a villain. The second incarnation, because his brain was damaged when he died, he was like a dumb idiot, whatever. And now he's different. Now he just came back to life a couple weeks ago. So we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
But he's an alien. Like, he can keep coming back to life.
Well, in truth, he's a modified human.
Wow.
But then you got to realize Marvel is oversaturating. You've got the TV stuff to contend with. It seems like they're trying to battle everyone at the minute.
Yeah.
And supposedly they're killing Ratchet right? I believe they're killing him in the comics, right?
Yeah. I think so. Also, and then they're changing Doctor Strange. I would never picture the second one being a horror film.
Yeah, they're trying. You know what it is? New Mutants was supposed to be a horror film, and that was terrible. So they want to try their own, Disney, and they figured that'd be a scary thing with demonic entities and the spiritual and nightmare and
I bet you it's being branded as that, but when you watch the film, it won't be as scary. They can't go too hardcore horror.
They may want to. You want to know why? Because Doctor Strange could open the door to Blade and Ghost Rider and Punisher and all this dark stuff going on.
That would explain the reboot with Blade coming in.
Yeah.
It would. It would really explain why Blade wants to come back and everything. Why they're including him in this new universe.
Yeah, I'm just taking a peek into 2021.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the big year for Marvel because there's so much content coming out that year.
Yeah, because they're taking a little bit of a break, as you can tell, after their big.
I'm just going quickly.
Big deal.
Micronauts, that I want to see how that is.
That used to be Marvel, but that's now IDW.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
that could be a lead into ROM, since they also got plans on a ROM.
I think the problem I'm finding is they're going to saturate themselves when people will not care about Marvel anymore because they're killing off the legacy characters. A lot of the actors want to leave.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling that they're going to bring some of the legacy characters back because it's not going to fly with people. And I think they're going to notice when the returns come in for Shang-Chi and Eternals, then these movies are bombing, but the only movies that are doing well are Black Widow or Doctor Strange. They're gonna scrap their diversity new hero plan real quick when they start getting 2 bombs back to back. I really feel that way.
And I bet
Shang-Chi, I see is going to do good. The Eternal one is not going to do.
I don't think so. I think it won't make more than 450.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I'm saying it'll be a success, but the Eternal one will be the one that'll bomb.
I don't know if it'll be a success, Shang-Chi. Think about how much money they spend on these movies. If they spend $250 on Shang-Chi, and if Shang-Chi makes domestically $125 million, and then the rest overseas, it's a bomb because it's got to be. They only get a small percentage.
They got to suck up to China as well. So there's your
And yeah, they got to
I
be
d-
careful with Shang-Chi that they don't violate any customs that would get them not to be released in China.
Yes, not only that, you've got to think as well with Captain Marvel. I mean, everyone was so excited for her. They watched the film, and I don't think it made anywhere near the profits as it did.
Oh, it made profit. It made
It
a lot of
profits, but not as good as the others got.
No, actually, hold on. It did very, very well, actually. Hold on.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that. All I heard was people saying they paid for it.
It did 1,128,000,000. It did 426 here, which is ridiculous. And 701. No, it was a dramatic, massive success. Yeah.
No, I really liked the film. I just heard lots of people hate on her when it.
No, the reason why they hate on her, they hate on Brie Larson, not Captain Marvel, is because
Yeah.
Brie Larson, you could see it so apparent that she was fighting with the Avenger actors and the actors. She was fighting with them, and the interviews looked so painful. Like she started fighting with
Just look
Chris
at the
Hemsworth.
expressions in the body
Right,
language.
Paul Rudd.
If you notice, they always had her in the center.
Yeah.
They never had her on the side. They always had her in the center.
Yes.
And
She-
the sandwiching artists were like,
They did not. They tried to get along with her, and she was going at Chris Hemsworth and Paul Rudd and freaking Hawkeye. It was bad, and people got annoyed with that. And then she kept putting down, like she didn't want white guys to see her movie, so she alienated all the men fans. And then she kept going on and on and on, and they were like, shut up, and she probably could have done way better, right, Scott?
yes.
At least another 200 million if she would have just shut up, or 300. But she kept going on.
I'd rather seen Ronda Rousey play her by the time all this garbage.
Yeah,
came
and what
out.
happened was people did not like that she came off like she swoops in and I'm going to be the one to win Endgame. And it's like, no. And it's like, no. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So people are annoyed about that because regardless of liking to see her there, she was too cocky. She had too much of an ego, and people were not feeling that. Even though they were like rooting, they're like, nah, you suck. Thanos killed her. It was like, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
People were
She had her
cheering.
off like a fly.
People were cheering when Thanos like knocked her across the damn thing. Yeah, because you know what it is? It's called shoving her in our face.
Yeah.
And they tried to make it that she's behind the Avengers, and people were not having it because the original plan was that the Avengers are because of Captain America. People tried to replicate the super soldier serum. They tried to create the gamma bomb. They tried to do all this stuff. So it was really from Captain America, and he was born way before her. But they tried to make it like her name was Carol the Avenger Danvers, and that Nick Fury came up with the idea because of her.
So she would not have had.
No, he came up with the idea in the Ford from Captain America. So they contradicted, and that's why people, it was too forced, and people were like, no, Kevin Feige, you said Captain America. So it was like, yeah, no, we're not believing that.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get clear. It's because lots of people like Brie Larson, and that's why I thought the film didn't do as good after it.
No, it did
I mean,
well, but she caused it pain.
I mean, I enjoyed it. It was nice to see Coulson on the big screen again.
Yeah.
But Samuel L. Jackson, I mean, his CGI was really good. You could tell he looked like Samuel L. Jackson from the 90s.
I was very disappointed, though, that's how he lost his eye.
Yeah, a lot of people were.
I was very, very disappointed that.
Yeah, you were
wasn't
expecting
that
a big battle.
Yeah, I was very disappointed that they wasted it on a joke, and it wasn't because he really lost his eye battling a villain. That really upset me. But what are you gonna do?
Last
It
time
was
I
more-
lost a friend.
I think that was the most humorous he was in a Marvel film, because normally he's cold and stern. This time it was just like being really laid back until he lost the eye.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
so
now, you know
I
what it
just-
is now? They don't know what to do with her because here's the thing. That happened in the past, right? In the 80s. We're in 2000, according to them, we're in 2023 now. So
Yeah.
those people can't just be there because they'd be super old. With the Skrulls,
Yeah.
you could say they don't age that bad. But, that was, they're going to be older, like really older. So you're going to have new
Yeah.
characters. You can't have our supporting cast in there, really.
Yeah, my only concern is, I mean, it's quite nice they're doing things like What If to bring back a lot of the legacy actors like Haley Atwell and that, but
Right.
will it come to the point where people will just not care about Marvel and say, we want
It's
Robert
going to be a
Downey,
burnout.
are we going to have Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans back, cheapening their ending in Endgame because people are upset?
Well,
the way
let me say about that. Talking about cheapening the end game, right?
Yeah.
First of all, nobody really wanted him to die in the first place, so it's not like it's
No.
cheapening the ending. Because if you read the comics, he's supposed to, I mean, that didn't happen in the comics that way, right? But when there was a situation where he died, his consciousness was uploaded through the armor, through the Wi-Fi into the computer, and he was like, that like it's supposed to be like he's the AI, and he doesn't realize he's the AI until something happens. So what they would do is there will be, like, the way they would explain is there will be a threat, and that will taunt the AI while the Avengers are getting hurt, and it'll be in the Stark place. And he's like, oh, yeah, if you were really Tony Stark, you'd do something where you're just a stupid computer or whatever. And then they go to kill the Avengers, and next thing you know, an Iron Man armor is going to come out of nowhere, and he's going to be in the AI effing up the guy. And then oh, shit, Tony Stark, the reason why he didn't talk to anybody in Endgame was because his bits and pieces was being uploaded into the computer, so he couldn't even speak because it was like he was getting drained of his life force into the computer because he was dying. So, like, that's the whole point where he didn't even have a final word to how it is because it's like being uploaded into the thing. That's how they're going to explain it. Because you didn't question why, even though he was dying, he didn't say anything? He just was like, yeah, that's why.
Apart from the Thanos snap, he barely spoke near the
I mean, again, here's the thing. This is not definite. This is just me guessing. I don't know this. I just know from the comics, I just know this is what they probably would do, because the way you'll have it is you want to introduce Ironheart, he'll be in there. But and this is the backup plan if Marvel characters start failing, they could bring him back. Chris Evans said he might come back to do a Captain America movie, The Quest of the Gems or whatever. Like, he'll come back for that. So we'll have a Captain America 4. That would be a surprise. We'll have Iron Man is scheduled to appear. Tony Stark is in Black Widow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be the past, though.
Yeah, but that's going to be a tease because he's going to appear again. He's going to appear again.
Yeah, a lot. And you know what? I hated the backlash towards back when it was announced about that. It's like, isn't this like cheapening what happened in Endgame? Well, it's a film set in the past. If it was after the film and they're still alive, then you'd be having a lot of questions.
We have a minute left, but like I explained it to everybody, right? You have to sacrifice a soul to get the soul gem, right?
Yeah.
So now Captain America goes to give the soul gem back, right, to the Red Skull. He's going to find out that's a Red Skull, and he's like, I'm not giving this to you unless you bring back Black Widow. And then I'm not going to give you the gem. Because if you made her sacrifice herself for us to get the gem, if we're going to give you the gem back, you got to give us back now. And that's what's going to happen, basically. She's going to come back to life because then he won't give the gem back.
Exactly.
And then you're going to see that. You're going to see that probably.
But if you don't get the gem, the stuff in...
I'm not giving you the gem back because she didn't have to sacrifice. I'm not giving it back to you. We just saved your ass and the whole universe's ass. Give us back Black Widow. No, I'm not giving it. That's what's going to happen.